live from the Turbo Basin R1, where 12 marbles will navigate this single technical layout. The aerial cameras give us a full view of the course, and the start gate is already building with anticipation. On this technical layout, watch for the critical speed sections and the challenging banked curves. All eyes are certainly on Pink Comet from Cosmic Pink, known for their remarkably balanced ratings. The start gate is now closed, and all marbles are primed and ready for the green light. Green light, and the race is underway! A near miss for Blaze Runner and Ember Ball in the fast risk zone. Shadow Strike and Pink Comet nearly collide in the fast risk zone. Blaze Runner and Tidal Wave just avoid contact in the high-speed risk zone. Big collision. Dark Matter loses significant speed in the high-risk zone funnel. Trouble in the helix behind. Shadow Strike keeps the race moving ahead. Shadow Strike is out of the race after falling in the high-speed risk zone. Tight squeeze in the helix behind. Starlight Orb keeps the race moving ahead. Pink Comet and Starlight Orb almost touch in the technical risk zone. Ember Ball and Blaze Runner nearly make contact in the technical risk zone. Big collision. Ember Ball and Aqua Drift make contact in the fast risk zone. Dark Matter and Night Racer nearly touch in the low risk run. Contact in the pegboard. Ember Ball and Aqua Drift collide in the high risk zone. Pink Comet and Starlight Orb nearly touch in the high risk zone pegboard. Ember Ball and Starlight Orb almost make contact in the technical risk zone. Big collision. Deep Blue and Night Racer make contact in the fast risk zone. Tidal Wave and Pink Comet nearly touch in the fast risk zone. Dark Matter takes the win. Dark Matter wins the race. Night Racer crosses the line for P2. A near miss for Starlight Orb and Aqua Drift in the technical risk zone. Tidal Wave takes P3 at the finish line. It's a photo finish for Ember Ball and Aqua Drift as the gap tightens. Blaze Runner takes the lead, passing Aqua Drift and Starlight Orb at the finish gate. Sunstreak now enters the decisive final sector. Dark Matter takes the win in this sprint with Night. Welcome live to the Rolling Cup Finale 2 on the challenging Turbo Basin R1 track. The aerial camera provides a full view of the course as the start gate begins to build pressure. Today's technical layout features several key risk zones. Multiple speed sections and banked curves will test the marbles. All eyes are on Pink Comet, with Cosmic Pink's balanced ratings making them a standout contender. The start gate is now closed, with all marbles poised for the green light. Green light! The race is underway with Blaze Runner taking an early lead. Blaze Runner and Ember Ball nearly touch in the fast risk zone. Shadow Strike and Pink Comet barely avoid contact in the fast risk zone. Pink Comet overtakes Shadow Strike with a close shave in the high-speed risk section. Dark Matter takes heavy contact, losing speed in the high-risk zone. Trouble in the helix behind, but Shadow Strike continues to lead the pack. Shadow Strike is out of the race, having fallen out in the high-speed risk section. A tight squeeze in the helix behind, but Starlight Orb maintains the lead. A near miss between Pink Comet and Starlight Orb at the front. Collision! Nova Pearl and Deep Blue make heavy contact in the fast risk zone. Aqua Drift and Ember Ball nearly touch in the fast risk zone. Dark Matter and Night Racer nearly touch on the low risk run. Pink Comet and Starlight Orb nearly collide in the high risk zone. Pink Comet overtakes Tidal Wave with a close call in the technical risk zone. Night Racer and Deep Blue collide in the fast risk zone. Deep Blue and Tidal Wave nearly touch in the fast risk zone. Dark Matter wins the race. Dark Matter takes the checkered flag. Night Racer finishes second. Deep Blue and Pink Comet nearly collide at the finish. Tidal Wave secures third place. A photo finish between Ember Ball and Aqua Drift. The gap is tightening. Starlight Orb overtakes Aqua Drift for the lead among the remaining racers. Sunstreak now enters the decisive final sector. Dark Matter wins the race. The podium is Dark Matter in first, Night Racer second, and Tidal Wave in third. Rounding out our podium, Dark Matter takes P1, Night Racer P2, and Tidal Wave P3. Welcome to the Rolling Cup Finale 3, broadcast live from Turbo Basin R1, featuring a challenging technical layout for today's 12-marble single race. From our aerial camera, the full course is now in view as the start gate begins to build anticipation. The Turbo Basin R1 course features several critical risk zones, including multiple speed sections and banked curves that demand precision. All eyes are on Pink Comet, a balanced performer from Cosmic Pink, known for their consistent ratings and technical layouts. The start gate is closed, and the marbles are poised for the green light, ready to tackle this technical layout. Green light! The race is live, and Blaze Runner lead from the start gate. Deep Blue overtakes Tidal Wave in the fast risk zone as Blaze Runner and Ember Ball narrowly avoid contact. Aqua Drift passes Night Racer in the fast risk zone, while Shadow Strike and Pink Comet have a near miss. Pink Comet makes a bold move, passing Shadow Strike in the high-speed risk zone, nearly touching in the process. A big collision in the high-risk zone sees Dark Matter lose heavy speed through the funnel as Blaze Runner passes Nova Pearl. Deep Blue gets airborne in the helix behind, but Shadow Strike maintains position at the front through the technical risk zone. Shadow Strike is out of the race, having fallen out of contention in the high-speed risk section. Pink Comet and Aqua Drift nearly touch in the high-risk zone funnel, a tight squeeze for both marbles. Pink Comet and Starlight Orb have a near miss in the technical risk zone, as Pink Comet maintains its lead. Nova Pearl and Deep Blue collide in the fast risk zone, a big collision at 9.8 meters per second. Aqua Drift and Ember Ball passes incredibly close to each other in the fast risk zone, a tense moment. Dark Matter and Night Racer nearly touch in the low risk run, keeping the competition tight. A tight squeeze in the high risk zone pinboard as Pink Comet and Starlight Orb nearly make contact. Nova Pearl and Starlight Orb have a near miss in the technical risk zone, an incredibly close call. A big collision in the fast risk zone as Deep Blue and Night Racer collide at 9.3 meters per second. Deep Blue and Tidal Wave nearly touch in the fast risk zone, a very close shave. Dark Matter wins the race in a blazing 70.02 seconds. Dark Matter wins the Rolling Cup Finale 3 at the checkered flag. Night Racer crosses the line in second place, 3:18 seconds behind Dark Matter. Starlight Orb just barely avoids contact